Dear learners, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Saurabh Dikshit from Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, an autonomous organization of Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Gwalior, India. Today we shall be taking module number 11. Title of module is Occupational Skill Standards. How to develop tour guiding skills under the paper Tour Guiding Essentials. Dear learners, after studying this module, you shall be in position to learn what is skill, what is the meaning of occupational skill for a tour guide, how to develop tour guiding occupational skills, identification of occupational skills. Now let us start with introductory part of the topic. A tour guide must know his job. Occupational skills means you must know the method or technique to complete your job as a tour guide. Occupational skills are very important. If we know about occupational skills, we can make our clients happy and we can send back a friend. During the ancient times, tour guiding was not a recognized profession. Travel was a personal activity. People mainly traveled for business, trade, pilgrimage, and official purposes. After the introduction of packaged tours, the demand for tour guiding rose up and more guides started joining tour guiding as a profession. In this module, we will discuss it. People visit places to learn something new and spend their valuable time enjoying each other's company. Now let us talk about the first subtopic. What is the meaning of occupational skills? Occupational skills refer to a skill set that is required to work as a professional tour guide. The following case will help you to understand the meaning of occupational tour guiding skills. Mr. Pathak started tour guiding. He was new in the profession. It was a difficult task to handle a tour group in initial days. Where he got a chance to work as a tour guide, he was enthusiastic but felt low due to nervousness. Somehow, he completed his first assignment. After completing the first assignment, he noted down the problems he faced while guiding the tour. His main problems were: he got late in the morning, he was probably not audible to all the group members, he was not able to capture the attention of all the group members, his group was asking for his name again and again. This was probably because they were unable to remember and pronounce it. The group asked a few questions about the latest issues in India which he was not aware of. Few group members were inquiring about local cuisines. He became mixed in the group and the members were not able to recognize him. His pronunciation was not clear to tour group members. They were asking him to repeat a couple of words. Now let us discuss the next subtopic, how to develop occupational skills for tour guiding. Now he started thinking of how he could overcome the problem. He is now working hard to develop guiding skills. These skills are given one by one. Be punctual while meeting the tour group. When you are going to meet your group at the airport, hotel, or any other place, be before time. When you reach there before time, you will be able to recollect your points positively. Keep some gap between time given to the group and time that you are arriving. This time cushion helps you to prepare the commentary. Arriving before time will also help you to meet the monument staff and initiate an interaction. These are the people who help in emergencies. Speak in a loud voice. When we talk to a group, our voice must be audible to everyone and they must be able to understand what we are saying. This thing may not be practiced with a tape recorder, a recording app or in mobile phone or a dictaphone. Your voice must be clear and you should speak in a uniform pitch and emphasis on word of your local dialect language. Learn to grab attention. A good tour guide knows how to grab the attention of people in the group. Start chit-chatting with the group members. Be humorous while talking to them. Find out their interest and help them. Gather knowledge about your place. Then learn to create your identity. A name is your identity. Mr. Balakrishna Nandam Dubey is working as a tour guide. During his initial days, it was difficult to tell and spell his name for group members. Also, it was difficult to remember his name. He adopted a strategy to make himself popular among tourists. What he did was that he gave himself a nickname which was popular in all the major languages. Now let us talk about occupational skills. A tour guide must have the following occupational skills. A tour guide wears several hats. Hats means qualities like aggressiveness, cool nature, emotional nature, etc. It means that he must have many qualities at the same time. These qualities are cool mindedness, sense of humor, storytelling, interpretation skill, understanding people, command over language, negotiation skill, proactiveness, engaging people, entertaining people, humorous nature, extrovertedness, etc. Now let us talk about excellent communication and people skill. It comes down to communication. A tour guide must be articulate and easy to understand and know how to effectively communicate with groups of tourists. Communication is the most important requirement or quality in a tour guide. A tour guide must have good soft skills and command over the language. He must be able to communicate in many languages. He must be able to pronounce words properly. Good communication solves almost majority of problems. Now let us talk about dealing in different situations. A tour guide must be able to deal with clients or tourists in different situations. He must be able to handle people having a different temperament. He should be ready to talk to people for professional purposes. Now let us talk about storytelling and memory. You are selling more than just the sights and the sounds. You are selling knowledge, history, a story, and experience, and you must make all of that information compelling when you conduct a tour. If a tour guide is reading of cards or getting facts wrong, the guest will not be impressed. The ultimate goal is for the guide to know their script so well that it should seem like it's their own story and it should flow naturally from you rather than being memorized. You are not just giving out information, you are essentially playing an active role in tour guiding. Now let us talk about friendly and helpful nature of tour guide. Then excellent general knowledge. Then next point is the sense of humor. No one wants an emotionless, dry, boring, humorless history lessons. They zone out, get bored and just do not have a good time. A guide without a good sense of humor will not be able to inject some curiosity into his script and make the guest feel at ease and happy, increasing their enjoyment of the tour and cutting any tensions that may arise. Tour guide's responsibilities: he must be able to handle tour funds and financial arrangements efficiently. He must know about the tour related documents, that is tour reports, feedback form, uh, travel plan, etc. He must know use of these documents in required format by the authority. He should speak clearly. Your words spoken by you must be audible, clear, and with proper pronunciation. You must speak in proper pitch. Put emphasis on each word, especially while speaking names of Indian languages or Indian origin, so that tourists could understand. Use simple words if possible. Now let us talk about good looks and physical fitness of a tour guide. A tour guide must be physically fit and have a presentable look. A tour guide must have passion for tour guiding. Even if tour guide is not a local, he should be able to serve guests reasonably well by having true insider knowledge of the best restaurant and neat and small secrets that only residents expected to know. They should have a passion for the place or activity and transfer that passion to your guest. A tour guide must always keep on learning. Life is learning. We must always try to learn from different sources. Let us learn from others' mistakes. Continuous learning helps us to improve ourselves. You must identify your weak points and try to improve yourself. Ask questions to yourself and find out an answer to these questions. Do not kill your positive idea. Try to practice your positive thinking into action. It can do miracles in life. There must be correlation in our thinking, speaking, acting, and implementation. Be the first to accept your faults and try to remove it. Being a tour guide, you will be able to organize themselves and other. A guide is not up on the stage delivering a speech to a passive audience. Your guest will have queries and your guide should be able to respond authoritatively and with confidence. This means that the guide will need to know more than just the standard drafted script and be able to draw from that knowledge in an entertaining and compelling manner. They need to be able to be flexible with the tour program, adjusting for certain moments and using unique approach for different types of guests. A tour guide must be providing information whenever there is a query from audience's side. Provide them accurate information. Handle controversial question very intelligently. Sarcastic questions can be avoided. Repeat the question before answering it so that all the audiences of your group members could hear it. Say thanks to the person asking a question. Give answer in simple language. Punctuality and discipline. No one wants to sit around waiting for a guide. It's unprofessional. Best tour guides will be disciplined, punctual, ready to accept the guests and be able to organize them so that there are as few delays as possible. Tour group safety. For a tour guide, safety and security of the tour group is supreme. Being a tour guide, you must sense the situation. Avoid taking safety related risks. In the case of working from local authority, do not move into risky areas. Do not go to the places where Dhara 144 is imposed or there is curfew like situation. Take stock of law and order situation before moving to a place. Always check first aid box. All belongings must be in place. Check expiry dates of first aid box medicines. Helps tourists to learn. Tourists have come on vacation. He must be in light mood and mood to enjoy. Do not indulge them in tension or do not try to make them get into facts and figures unnecessarily. Do not force them to remember years if they are not interested. Help them to learn if they are interested. Now let us discuss dealing with the emergency situations. In case of emergency, you must be first person to help your group members. Inform appropriate authority about the incidents. In case of rescue work, cooperate with the local administration. Learn how to deal with the crisis. I know many tour guide young friends in Uttarakhand. They have good experience of working during emergencies like landslide, earthquake. They are also appreciated by government of Uttarakhand. Now let us talk about empathetic nature. You are going to have guests coming in from different countries and all social spheres of life, and they will have certain cultural expectations from India. The tour guides are empathetic to these international and regional cultural differences. A guide is able to tailor their deliveries to respect their guests where possible. They should also be able to deal with guests who have special requirements. Now let us talk about effective tour guide leadership skills. A tour guide must have leadership qualities. He must be able to learn about instincts required for leadership in tour guiding. He must know how to make a blissful tourist. Now let us talk about an aptitude for problem solving and decision making. A travel agency is nothing without its tour guide. They are the backbone of the entire operation. Being a tour guide is not just about reading facts from a sheet, though it is a very demanding job that combines performance, oratorship, knowledge, memory, and selfless service. Every tour is different, and so the tour guide. The best tour guide has a certain set of basic skills that make him really outstanding. Now let us talk about be professional. We must understand the meaning of professionalism. When we are on the official assignment of tour guiding, we must work honestly, complete the assignment on time, and quality assured to the client with safety and security. All components of the tour must be completed without any deviation from commitment. A tour guide must not be dominated by emotions or personal commitments. Now let us talk about key terms used in this area. There are many words peculiar to this area. These words are packs. Packs means number of travelers or passengers. Room nights, it means number of nights tourists will stay in the hotel. Stay duration is basically counted in terms of night. FIT, FIT is the short form of for an individual tourist. Group tour means a number of people traveling in the form of group and having same itinerary. Itinerary means travel plan. It is the piece of paper handed over to the guide. Voucher, voucher is a piece of paper which entitles the holder to a discount or services to be exchanged. Credit card, it is a plastic card used for financial transactions. It has magnetic coating for data storage. Credit card is issued by banks all over the country. By using credit card, customer is entitled to purchase goods or products on credit. A smart card, it is a plastic card which embedded with embedded chip. It has some data. It can also be used for financial transactions. A smart card are basically used for prepaid services. In a smart card, we can keep medical related information of tourists. That information can be used during the time of crisis. So, smart card is a dual function card in which you can put money as well as important information related to the tourist. Now, visa is a visitor intended to stay abroad. Visa is issued by the country in which passenger or tourist is visiting. Passport. Passport is the document that shows the identity of a traveler or tourist. It is essential for all foreign travelers. Passport may be normal passport, official passport, or a diplomatic passport. Passport is issued by the country in which tourist is living permanently. Now let us talk about day of a tour guide. If you are engaged in the same activities all the days, it would be a boring day for you. Shri Mishra and Sony point to the day's activities and organize before taking off for the tour. Checking documents. I went to Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia in 2012 on official tour. It was a training program for Ministry of Tourism and officials IITM, IITM staff. The day we went to Singapore, my colleague lost his bag in which he had his passport and currency. It was a shocking moment for our guide, Mr. Raju, local tour guide, and Mr. Saurabh, our tour escort. They rushed to reception staff and recorded clippings were kept thoroughly unchecked. Ultimately, it was the mistake of a gentleman who forgets it in the hotel lobby. The bag was lying intact. It is a standing rule for a guide to ask every group member to check their documents. He must also check his documents before departing. These documents are important. Items in your checklist would be time and date, travel agent's name, list of hotel transfer details, pickup point, group details like group size, name list, medical history, any other important information, etc. Nationality, special interest, entrances, phone group leaders to confirm timing. In the beginning, you are the key person in the group and success of tour depends on your performance. Be prepared to revise your checklist, be punctual and ensure that everything is intact before departing for the tour. We were traveling with a group of trainee tour guides in December 2013 and when we checked, the coach provided to us was not clean. These problems distract the tourist. Last year we went to Orcha, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Our good guide took us to the palace and then Ram Raja temple. But by the time it was closed, I think there was a problem in the timings kept for us. The guide should check timings well before starting from his place. On arrival of the group, you must be ready to receive and welcome group with a smiling face. They must know your name and give them briefing about your day-long program. Be comfortable with them. Introduce them to your support staff. Tell them about seating arrangements. On the route, give a brief introduction in the beginning about the tour. Sit down properly and do not talk too much. While moving, repeat timings of stoppages. On the way, never forget to stop at souvenir handicraft shop and loo. Sit down while coach is moving. Do not guide backward while coach is moving. Holding mic and speaking on it is very important. Try to listen to your voice in the mic and be sure that you are properly audible to people listening you in the coach. Keep mic at proper place near your mouth. At stoppages, tell your group members about photography, whether it is permitted or not, photography charges, loo timings for reporting back at the coach, do's and do nots. Apply your sense of humor, be easy going with the group, but do not chit chat unnecessarily. Jokes and do not be a part of a particular group of the group members. Work on commentary content you are going to discuss with the group. You may learn more about commentary techniques information about places and language of the group from YouTube and online translator websites. Stop talking when you are passing through a beautiful destination or monument or attraction which tourists would like to pay attention. Remind your group members about local hazards, for example, open manholes, uneven roads, patches on the road, chain snatchers, pickpocketers, low ceilings, cobblestones, pavements, uneven steps, etc. Talk to your group members and try to find out their interest. Use coach look in emergency only. Use simple language in which you are delivering commentary. Keep time cushion. Tell your clients not to eat oranges while they are in the coach. Think about the needs of children traveling with you in the coach. Of the coach, plan your tour, keeping in mind the slowest person of the group. Tell them about photography, whether it is restricted area or not restricted area. Use eye contact, keep your group together. It will help you to manage them properly. Count number of group members frequently. Dress smartly. You are there preventative of the travel, as you are there as a representative of the company. You must have polished shoes, clean dress, and your identity card should be with you. Keep your timetable with you. Now let us talk about how to guide. Guiding at a heritage site, guiding at mosque. When you are guiding at a mosque, you must know traditions to be followed by people visiting there, as well as do's and do nots of that place. Instruct tourists about these in advance and request them to keep in mind release mind release guiding sentiments in a temple. When you are taking your tourist to a temple, read practices to be followed there. Inquire temple timings. I visited Orcha, Madhya Pradesh, India, and we were taken to that temple after 12. It was closed by that time. Guiding an adventure group. Adventure tourists have a different kind of requirements. A guiding adventure group must have an idea about their accommodation preferences. They would stay in hotel or tent. He must have little knowledge about activity which they are going to perform. In adventure tour, there is one more guide who has expertise in the activity. Adventure guide must be conversant with the locality in which they are going to stay. You must have basics clear about geography of the place, equipments you are going to use there, etc. At last, let us summarize this module. Tour guides working in the industry must possess a certain occupational skills. Occupational skills means qualities required to become a professional tour guide. These skills are punctuality, personality, having knowledge of places, commentary making, interpretation, etc. Thank you very much.